Are you quick to respond and react to everyone and everything around you day in and day out? Don't worry, you're not alone. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about how to make some of that a little easier on you, how to relieve some of that, and how to gain control over how you feel and your own emotions and reactions to the stimulus that is around you every single day. Let's dive into it.
Welcome to the Cloud Code!
What's up, everybody? My name is Claude Racine. I am the host of The Claude Code, where I help you suffocate your bullshit so that you can free the real you and live a life that you love living and a life that you are obsessed with. And this topic could not be more aligned with the Claude Code. I don't know how or when or why, but as humans, we have been programmed and conditioned to just respond and react to people, things, circumstances, situations. And it's almost like we just have no control over our emotions. Something happens, some kind of stimulus, somebody calls you a bad name, somebody cuts you off in traffic, your spouse comes walking in angry, starts yelling, your toddler is throwing a tantrum, your mom says something that gets under your skin, and you just react. And you allow that situation or that person to bring you down your tone scale. You walked out your door this morning feeling so happy, and you get to work and your boss is a dick, and now you're just reacting to his or her frequency, which only leads you down one path, which is the path of most resistance, which is the hardest path, which is the path of creating more bullshit, more of those situations. Ever notice you have one bad situation that you said, this threw me off this morning. That person threw me off. That person made me feel a certain way, and now I'm just having the worst day. And then you actually do have the worst day. And then one bad thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And have you ever stopped and think, I'm creating that by choosing to allow other people and other situations to make me feel negatively, when maybe not as easily, but you could have chosen to not let that person bring you down, to not let that situation upset you, to not let it stress you out. This is regaining control over your emotions and not allowing the environment and the people in it to knock you off your center. And so if you are easily knocked off your center, let's talk about how can we fix that? It's actually really simple, but not easy to do. But first, you must take responsibility for the fact that if you had a negative interaction with somebody, you attracted that to you. So I'm sure you guys have heard, you create your existence. You're the creator of your existence. You create your reality. Well, that's not just the good shit. It can't be just the good shit. You can't be the creator of just the good that's happening in your life. And everything that's happening that's bad is someone else's fault. Every moment of your existence, everything that's happening in it every day is your fault. You are responsible for those moments, for those interactions. And you would never attract an interaction that you were not aligned with. Make sense? So if you find yourself in a less than likable conversation with someone, or somebody comes at you and is yelling at you and they're trying to fight you, you attracted that. So already your point of attraction, already your vibration, already your frequency was at a point where you were aligned with that vibration. Because if you weren't, it would have never happened. Never, ever would that have happened. I have a lot of friends who have been in less than, I don't know what word I keep fucking looking for, but there's a word I'm looking for. They've been in a lot of relationships that have been, let's just say it, awful. And never ever once in my life have I attracted a bad relationship. They've ended, sure, but every relationship, like nothing really bad has happened. And that's because I have never attracted that into my life. My point of attraction for attracting men has always been pretty high, and that's because of the self-respect I had for myself, the integrity I had for myself, and I was only aligned with men that matched that vibration. And that goes with everything else in your life. And so how can we work on not reacting? It's important that we focus on the feeling that we want to feel. And that if there is a situation or there is a person making you feel like shit, that you realize, okay, well, I have to work on how I feel. I have to work on my vibration. And then you do whatever it takes to get you feeling better. So for example, if I'm stressed out about my business and I'm vibrating at an anxious level, and I'm stressed and I'm like, oh my God, and I'm worried and I don't know where the next client is coming from, and then I go try to do work from that place, I will not succeed at doing anything. So what do? I go do something that heightens my vibration. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's just going to sit out in my backyard in the sun with a glass of sparkling water and a good book. Maybe it's a nap. Maybe it's 30 minutes of Netflix. So when you begin to choose things that make you feel good, when you begin to choose activities that make you feel good, thoughts that make you feel good, feelings that make you feel good, this becomes a lot easier. You are less able to be knocked off your center by some external force because you're vibrating much higher, and you're not even going to attract that to you in the first place. You've got to get to feeling good no matter what. You've got to get to feeling good. So what do you need to feel good? What do you need right now? If you don't feel good, then ask yourself, what do I need? What would make me happy right now? A bike ride, a massage, getting my nails done, a facial, setting a hair appointment, taking a nap, watching my favorite show, doing Legos. I love doing Legos. What would make me feel happy right now? Listening to Claude's podcast? Is that going to be helpful? Going to do a workout? Cooking a delicious meal? What is going to get you to come up in vibration and out of the low vibration that you're feeling? As you do this work, okay, I've been now on this journey for like 2 months of really, really focusing on when I don't feel good, I'm going to stop that activity. If this conversation with someone doesn't feel good, I'm going to stop the conversation. If I'm feeling stressed about something, I'm not going to go and continue doing that thing that's stressing me the fuck out. I'm going to take a break. And the more I do that, the more at peace I feel within. The more I'm attracting and receiving better things in my life because I feel better myself. And when you start to do that, now you're attracting less unwanted moments with people and things because you're vibrating higher. Okay? But B, obviously we're not perfect at this. This will be like a forever practice of like choosing my happiness and choosing how I feel and choosing to feel good. In moments where maybe we're not vibrating so high, you'll see that you'll still attract unwanted situations and people. But now you know, well, I'm not going down that path with you. I'm not going down the path of tantrum with my toddler. I'm not letting him bring me down the tone scale. I'm flying high. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I'm living my life. You think I'm going to let my toddler bring me down from that place? No. It's learning to be in control and choosing how you feel and not allowing others to determine how you feel. Now you're in traffic and you're like, oh, okay, well, I appreciate that this moment is teaching me patience. I appreciate that I have this time to myself. And so what if I'm late? I'll call them, let them know I'm running behind. No big deal. Nothing is that serious. Chill the fuck out. Everyone's going to live. Tomorrow, no one's going to remember that you were late. No one's going to care. And if something bad does happen because you were late, well, now you know you should leave earlier. There's always like a lesson and there's always a positive from everything that happens. And the more you learn to look at the positive and appreciate the moments of, let's say, stress, the less that they'll affect you, the less they'll even happen. Like, I can't tell you, in the last week and a half, I've had like 3 clients that have asked for refunds after being on my program for 5 months, and then they decide this program is not for them anymore. Or, somebody who was going to sign up and then they don't. And it used to really, really, really bother me. Like, I used to just respond and react. and let that situation bring me way down. Now I'm like, okay, next, bye. They weren't meant for me. I'm choosing to stay up here in my vibration and how I feel. I'm choosing happiness. And let's just say that if that happened and I didn't feel good, I would go do something that made me feel good, like maybe take a drive or go get my car washed. I love doing that. Or like go put gas in my car. I love doing that. Go do something that you love that's going to take you out of that vibration quickly. And as you practice that, you just start to vibrate much higher. And now you're not attracting unwanted things into your life, situations and this and that. And problems just become easier to confront because you're like, whatever, I feel amazing anyway. Because you always have the choice to like be stressed or feel good. Either way, the shit's going down. Either way, your kid is having a tantrum and you can either react negatively or you could choose to feel good through it. You could choose to turn on music and tell your kid that, hey, I'm here for you. I'm going to turn on music right now and just dance. You can choose to be upset about traffic, but traffic is going to happen anyways. It's not going anywhere. You're in it. So you can either be pissed about it and impatient about it, or you could be like, oh, I love that I get this time to myself and I get to work on my patience and I'm going to turn on music and I feel fucking good. And this gives me time to call so-and-so who I haven't talked in a while. And, oh, I'm so glad that I had this time. Like, you get to make every single moment of your life, you get to make it what you want it. And you get to choose whether you're going to be pissed off or sad or remain happy. You know, grief is another big one. You can just be so appreciative that, you know, they're not suffering anymore. Whatever it is, you can just appreciate that that was their journey and that was their decision. I do believe that death is a decision, not a conscious one. But staying up high on the vibration scale, no matter what or who is happening. And that makes you a fucking emotional gangster in complete control of how you feel. And so this week, just practice choosing how you feel. Practice not allowing people or things or situations to bring you down. Practice it. You want to shift your thought, your attention to something that makes you happy immediately if something unwanted is happening. If you wake up and you feel like shit, go do something that makes you feel good. Think about something that makes you feel good, anything. I don't care if it's your cup of coffee or your cat that you just love. Think about them. Think about something that just makes it easier in your body. Get away from the feeling or the thought. Get away from the thought that brings so much resistance. And even if you have a hard relationship or a hard time at work, change how you think about those people that you have a hard time with. Flow them love, flow them power, flow them compassion, understanding. Find something about them that you can appreciate and watch how you can literally shift the dynamic between you and your work, you and traffic, you and that person, you and that situation. You have the power to do that. It takes work. It takes deliberate creation of the feeling that you want at all times. All right, you guys. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me for the last 15 and a half minutes. Be sure that you hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you're here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends and family if you found any value in it. I would appreciate it so much. If you don't know, I am a functional nutritionist, certified functional nutritionist. I'm an online women's wellness wizard and a mindset coach. And I have programs to help you get well mentally, physically, spiritually. And you can click the link below. I offer a free 7-day meal guide if you want to try my nutrition. You can also fill out my coaching form below. I'm so excited to talk to any of you who feel like this might be the help that you need. I am here ready to receive you into my Glow Getters wellness program. And with that said, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.